Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. How was this movie? I think it was pretty decent. Now, was this better than the first one? In my opinion, no, it wasn't as good as the first. That doesn't mean this movie was bad. If you like the first one, if you're a fan of Marvel Cinematic Universe, if you're a fan of superhero sci-fi genre, I think you'll like this movie. In this movie, we find our heroes hunting down Hydra in the beginning of the movie. And immediately you can tell they're spending a lot of time with one another. That led to a better chemistry and deeper friendship. And that was good to see it, and I thought the movie did that pretty well, portrayed that pretty well. And unlike the first movie, we find more about Black Widow and Hawkeye. And I thought finding more about them made me care for them more and cheer for them more. The fact you find about Black Widow is heartbreaking, and things that you find about Hawkeye, you definitely pray for his safety because he has a lot to lose if something happens to him. So that was all good. And Ultron was amazing. It was portrayed, it was acted so well by James Spader. And the voice, the way he moved, the way he talked, the way he carries himself, I thought it was done really well. And Ultron was definitely more than a one-dimensional villain. I find myself sympathetic to him as the movie progressed. I can really tell what he's looking for in his quest to defeat the Avengers and destroy the world. So I thought the Ultron was done really well. And the fight between Iron Man and the Hulk, as you can tell from the trailer, it was amazing. The Hulkbuster and the way he fought against Hulk, I thought it was brilliant. Now, these were all good things. Now, there are certain shortcomings that I saw in this movie. The first problem I had with this movie was that it lacked certain anticipation for me as the movie progressed. I didn't find there was a nail biting moment, so I didn't find myself just in anticipation of finding out what's going to happen next. Something happened, I accepted. Okay, that was cool, and that was fine. And in the humor in this movie, even though it was okay, but certainly it wasn't as funny as the first one. Now, it's a big sign when you're sitting in a movie theater and there's certain jokes or situations happen, and you can tell where that laugh is coming from. Also, the Scarlet Witch and this Quicksilver, I didn't find myself care for them too much. For me, almost they're kind of side characters, even though they play a significant role. I didn't have too much invested in them and their fate. And which brings me to a point where I thought this movie, in the first movie, was about gathering of superheroes and how they're going to work together. In this movie, there had to be a way for them to show the development of all these characters. But think about it, there's too many characters in limited time. And I feel as though the certain moments went by too quickly. It was kind of rushed. The Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch's investment in this quest was kind of rushed. The development of the Hawkeye and Black Widow, even though it's cool, it kind of rushed. I didn't get to have that emotional connection as I did before. I thought that was unfortunate. And another thing is that I never felt once that the Avengers were overwhelmed. In this entire movie, despite what Ultron is trying to do, Ultron is the one that's the underdog, that's trying to overcome the champ, which is the Avengers. basically Avengers were chasing him, and Ultron was running away, try to accomplish his goals. Basically, is what I thought. I didn't feel as though the Avengers were just got beat down, and they had to recover themselves and develop courage with themselves to stand up and fight against this amazing villain called Ultron. I never thought that way. I always thought that Avengers will have their day, and they are the superior one versus Ultron. Especially the addition of Vision, that was the case. As amazing as the Ultron was in this movie, I didn't feel as though he's this villain that could end the world. He's some type of crazy criminal lord, mafia boss trying to evade FBI or IRS, basically. I didn't feel the scale of the supervillain. So I thought that was a shortcoming. So, yeah, that's what I thought about this movie. So, in the end, if I had to give it a grade, let's say 10-point scale, I would give 7 out of 10. I think it's definitely, you should go see it, and you'll have a great time. But it certainly fell short of my expectation. I know there are a lot of reviews out there that gave a great praise about this movie, but for me, it fell a little short. So, thank you for watching my first ever YouTube video. Please let me know what you thought of this movie. Please leave a comments below. And if you like, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to make more videos like this. Hopefully you guys will like it. Thank you for watching once again, and fight on.